Alright. The trick to going fast is skipping as much as possible, including combats you don't need to do. And there's no combats that can skip yet, but there's a lot of dialogue you can skip. You can skip things with A, sometimes you can skip things with B, sometimes you can skip things with start sometimes. But usually it's not all of them at once. We go again. I think I just added a bunch of fade outs there. Sometimes pressing start's actually bad. Shouldn't be pressing start there. Alright, got Ike's first level. He learned how to be a mercenary. Excuse me. Pressed A instead of B. Cool. So yeah, like I was saying, we want to skip as much as possible, and that includes, we don't want to like fight things that we don't have to fight, because fighting back takes time, and if we don't need to pull something off, then we're not going to. Just need to make sure that Titania is going to clear path for Ike to seize the point. Lost time because of that funny miss menu. Anyway, that chapter's done, but we don't have Titania for this chapter, so we have to wait a little bit on our own for a little bit. We completely forgot why the Black Knight even kills Ike's father. Long story short, his father took something that he is interested in, that is the thing that Ashnard is ultimately interested in. Minor spoiler, it's something Mist carries. Jeez, pardon. Okay, if you crit first, I was going to say, we're going to lose time, because probably not going to crit this guy. Just spend some extra time killing him next turn. Yeah, we got our strong unit back. Titania carries the first third of the game. You can basically just throw her at any group of enemies, and she probably will not die, and she'll probably delete everything around. When I end the turn, I often, like, you might see me, like, scroll a little bit before bringing up with the menu. That's a trick known as fast enemy phase. It makes sure the camera moves very quickly from enemy to enemy, for whatever reason. Yeah, time lost just because I didn't have a crit that I had last time. No big deal. This formation we're going to see a lot throughout the run, where we're going to have one person in front, paving the way for the decoys and back. The enemies are going to go for the decoys, but then they'll just run forward. You just have to make sure that you don't get blocked. Titania can certainly pave the way for the other two. Sheena's not going to actually do much other than draw a little bit of fire here. You also saw Marcia up here. She's going to be our carry for the back 2/3 of the game. But she doesn't join us until Chapter 9. Unfortunately, Marcia didn't dodge, she didn't crit, so she's probably going to have to heal. That's a small time loss at worst. Last run had it as well. Come on, Sheena. I guess it doesn't really matter that much which tile I put him on. I just want to... I'm targeting that tile right there. Maybe I don't even have to move Sheena at all. I don't remember why I do. Sometimes manipulating the AI requires unintuitive movements. Like either way, these guys should go for entry probably. Unfortunately, like, his dialogue doesn't seem to be skippable for whatever reason. The defeat boss chapter map, though, so we're done. Am I so slow? Probably just not getting lucky crits. Alright. This is not something that you typically do in the run. Sheena's going to be a decoy magnet in front. Due to his, like, being an archer and having the provoke skill, a lot of units are going to attack him instead of attacking Titania, even though Titania's unequipped. A few things will attack Titania if they can't reach Sheena. But we'll have just enough space to get around and finish the boss off on the next turn. Crits are good. Saves a few seconds. It's a sniper, Sheena gets an extra 15% chance to crit, so he crits fairly often. We did get him to double crit the boss once, and if you're not prepared for it, you can cause a headache for yourself later. But it's fine. Didn't do that this time. One crit. Thanks for that. Like, second hit crit. You gotta love it. Right. Get out there, Boyd. I'm doing this incorrectly. Good enough. So this is a defend map. We don't have to defeat anything at all. We just have to survive a certain number of turns. And as always, we want to do that minimizing combat. Now, we could just unequip our weapons here and be done with it. It would end up being kind of slow for various reasons. So there's an opportunity to not get poked by the enemy every turn if we just do a little bit of setup here. Observe. Clearing out some of the soldiers with their lances here. We're going to pull in the archers and have them fire at Shinan. Shinan with his provoke skill means they'll go for him. I mean, if they went for Reese, it'd probably be fine. Be less ideal, but it doesn't make a big difference anyway. So far, no payoff from the investment yet, but now the archers are blocked in, and we just move Reese and Shinan out of range. Now no one has the ability to fight anything. Oops, I was supposed to be pressing A to advance the banner there. Yeah, like I said, there's lots of things to skip. If you're not like holding A, pressing B, pressing start at certain times, it's just free time loss all over the place. Continuing. You didn't see anything, enemies. Okay, so it starts off as a little bit of a stealth chapter, where you can position units a little bit extra before engaging. In practice, I don't think that mechanic works very well. It's kind of a slog to work through the forests anyway. But you get to like pick a side, and depending on how you did it, you fight everything anyway. Can I press it? Oh, did I do this backwards? I guess it doesn't matter. It's supposed to drop back the other way. But this works just as well. Alright, so this is the first chapter where there's major route changes since last year and before. Gonna skip like a minute and a half of time. Fighting reinforcements that we don't need to spawn if we do it right. Starts out very similar, but instead of sending Oscar all the way up, send him only part of the way up. We do not spawn the reinforcements there. Sidewinders rating Cyber Hamster Stream. Welcome, guys, to my. This is my 5th run of the day. Second run, hopefully, to finish. We'll see. Welcome, Hojura. What were you up to today, Sidewinder? Hope everyone's doing well. We got a nice, we'll say, PB of 2026. Alright, catch you later, Side. Everyone else, sit back and enjoy. Watch Titania delete units. Yeah, the goal of this map, you do have to kill every enemy unit. So if we spawn reinforcements, that adds a lot to do. But with a clever little trick, we can avoid doing that. Okay, Mia. Conveniently, like always, has enough strength to finish that guy off. Nice crit. I don't think it's going to save him needing to be healed, but we'll see. Command to Commander. So yeah, the flunkies over here deal with the right-hand side. Nick's going to have to get healed, that's fine. Titania deals with all the rest. She just slowly moves from sector to sector. Boyd is going to be a key part of the strat in a few turns. Just got to keep him out of enemy ranges for now. Still not perfectly comfortable with the strat. So it's got similar movements, but enough differences you gotta be aware of it. Like, Oscar's got a much bigger role. So I'm still reading my notes quite a bit at the moment. It's not that complicated, though. Don't want to screw up right now. It's apparently supposed to be Iron Axe, for example. I don't think that makes a big difference. So the trick is you can drop Ike up here, across the reinforcement zone, but it doesn't actually count as triggering the reinforcement zone. You have to, like, wait in there, but being dropped in there does not count. There's just this soldier over here left. You cannot, like, D-pad over walls, that's why I was struggling a bit. Nice crit. Plot, plot, plot. get access to the forge now. Get to make a busted hand axe for Titania. You also get access to bonus experience to level up Ike a bunch. Get bonus experience for clearing chapters quickly. I think you get a little bit for clearing them at all, even in normal mode. Maybe. Point is, we have a bunch to spend. And you just dump it all into one unit. That's pretty good. Level ups on this mode. This is fixed mode, where there is some variance based on what you fight, but overall, you pretty much get the same level ups every time. Right now, we're powering up Ike to be able to handle a whole front on his own. And obviously, maybe not so obviously, Ike is the main character. We will need him to fight a lot of things in this game. He's very important, especially in the final chapter. So we'll level him sooner or later. Why not now? Why can't I remember this? Reese and Oscar. Jeez. That's time loss. So Boyd's going to be a bit of a decoy. He's going to pull a longbowman, shoot at him, and cause a archer lock on the right flank. And then he's going to help set up an archer lock on the left flank on the next turn. And first Titania has to take this guy out. There's the longbow guy. Ah. The guy that Ike's fighting right now has a chaplain, but he was tricked into moving into melee range, and everyone else is going to fight him in melee range. I forget which ones have javelins, but it looks like a javelin, maybe. Ike's Regal Sword has effective damage against cavalry units. That, with all the, combined with all the syllables, means it's an easy 2 KO on all of these. We gave him as much bonus experience as we could to be sure that we could clear all this, while still having enough for Marcia later on when she joins us. So after this guy dies, the south flank is going to be clear for most of the rest of the chapter. The annoying thing about those guys is cavalry is they can hit you and then move away. Damn, the archer's in front of Titania, there's nothing to shoot at. And now there's an archer in front of Boyd, and we're just going to move Soren away. There'll be nothing for the archers to fight, and nothing for anyone else to fight. Eventually some reinforcements show up on the south side. Ike is not likely to need to heal from this HP. He took more hits earlier, maybe. He's only taking 4, that's good. And don't have to heal him at all. And turn. That's still lost time. I guess there's a little bit of hesitation at the beginning. I was skipping those banners, whoops. Similarly, recent strat. There's some work being done on this chapter to sneak behind the reinforcements that appear, so we don't have to fight as many. This is a siege chapter though, so we don't have to kill all the units anyway. Having access to this hand axe as early is relatively new also. Gonna have to do a lot of waiting, because we're waiting for Marcia to appear, and she'll join our party once she does. Dyke. Sometimes these armors don't die to the hand axe. They roll like extra defense or HP. Last time I didn't pay attention, wasted some time like looking for something to kill. When it turned out I killed it on an enemy phase. So if we kill this, we just skip the next turn. Yep. Alright, we're ready to move. Everyone's here. It would be pretty huge here. Yeah, Marcia gets hit. It's fine. None of those mages move, thankfully. So, in the old route, the reinforcements would have already appeared and we would have had taken care of most of them. They're going to appear at the end of this turn instead. We just have to kill one of them to make it to the seize point. Oh, of course you crit the thing you didn't need to crit. Alright, stealth chapter. All we have to do is stay out of the patrol's attack range at the end of our turn. Make our way slowly to the exit. We don't have to get any of the other units here. We're going to skip cutscenes. This is one where pressing start in the middle of the turn can also some phantom cutscenes to be skipped. So even if these guys like see you on their turn, doesn't matter. Only if you enter your turn in their range will they sound the alarm. Alright, next turn we escape. And this time we won't forget to get the Lagoose Slayer. It shouldn't matter. I think I like intended to get it before and then I forgot. Oops, I'll give you the chest key as well. With the Pegasus Band, you need to take Oscar's Seraph Robe. With the Night Band, use the Seraph Robe. And get a Steel Lance. It gets one little level here, and then we're going to level up Marcia quite a lot. Get her from level 5 all the way to level 1 promoted. Why is the emblem on fire? The Supersonic on? Well, in this game, it's not literal fire. It just looks like fire. So they call it the Fire Emblem. It emits a mysterious light. Perhaps spiritual in nature? Who knows? I don't get into the true nature of the Fire Emblem in this game. Sequel Radiant Dawn reveals all. Just a few more to go. We have to hit level 20, and then if you level up someone at level 20 to level 21, it gives an automatic promotion in this game. Got a bunch of bonus experience from doing the last chapter as stealth. Part of why we have so much to give Marcia now. Yeah, we're gonna go hide in the river. Nothing's gonna come fight us. Also shout out to Zahark. Apparently no fans of Zahark in the last run. We don't get to recruit him either. Zahark's been killing it on my casual playthrough. And we snuck up here. And if all goes well, Then we're going to have the path to the exit without having to fight everything. Marcia is going to be the decoy, as you see the Cavaliers, so I'll get a shot at her. But she's very dodgy. But the AA prioritizes attacking things that don't fight back, usually. The boss went for Ike because he has a bow. For some reason he wanted to go for Ike instead of Marcia, maybe because he saw a better hit rate. Not sure. Maybe just more damage overall. The Forged Steel Lance takes out this chunky guy. This is a cool chapter because the boss is mobile. It's not the one guarding the point. Boy. And we're going to give Titania a nice axe for her. See, this is kind of like the transition period between Titania handing off the reins to Marcia. Titania obviously cannot fight things in the air or over water. So Marcia's, take off now. Titania will still have a few uses here and there, but there's a lot of areas where just having a flyer is so much better. That's why I invest into Marcia. This is a route chapter to defeat all the pirates that are attacking us. Reinforcements arrive little by little on future turns, but we can kill them before they do, as long as we don't get incredibly unlucky. And last run he rocked Miracle. Corrode is good. Nice crit. Unfortunately, he wasn't on the first hit, but it's still faster, because no Miracle. And maybe Titania can finish this off? Save a lot of time. No, too fast. Regrettable. Few more levels for Marcia. This is one of the most complicated chapters. A lot of setup and a lot of actions and a lot of units involved. On the other chapters where like a lot of units are involved, there's usually to like shove one unit forward a bunch. Here, there's something for almost every deployment slot to do. It's a treasure to capture. They give you a fancy throwing javelin. See a Volk. See a Void get over there. Titania Lethe. Titania top. Let's go. Gonna rescue some green units because they waste time. Send Mercy around to take care of a lot of the left side for us. Nice crit. Hey, look, Lethe's got something to do. Void can shove Volk. Volk can go grab a treasure chest on turn 1. Supposed to use different menu. That's fine. Shove back a bunch. Let him recruit Astrid. Rescue more green units. These green units are going to waste time. Alright, that should be the correct setup. Nice crit. Whoa, calm down. I mean, don't calm down, but don't overexert yourself, Marcia. Here's a demonstration of green unit's effectiveness. You see that he lanced that sword user for half of his HP. On his turn, he's going to switch weapons and not finish him off. Not very nice. So we're going to rescue him too, just to find the capacity. Wait, he didn't switch weapons. Why? It's because he didn't get hit? I don't know. Good job. Normally he does. Anyway, we just don't have anything for Titania to do. That's fine. But Titania finishes that guy off. I will relieve Oscar of that. Oscar will go rescue this guy. Oh, get over there. Nothing for it. There we go, Gatrian. There's something I'm forgetting. It's the most important thing, actually, is to move Gatry in front of the point. If we don't, then the Halberdier on the middle bridge there will just walk into the point and we'd automatically lose. It does not move, but any enemy that sees the win condition for the enemy will take it if they can, even if they don't attack your units otherwise, even if they're just there for treasure. Even if they're told to stand in place, they will take the point. So, gotta make sure they can't walk in there. So many crits from Marcia. It's helping a lot. It's offsetting my hesitation time. Didn't even need a crit for that guy. It's such low HP. The cool thing about where you put Titania is that a mage is going to come down from above and have to fight her in melee. Because that Halberdier wasn't going to move. Counter. Oh, I forgot to take off counter. Normally it doesn't activate. But I don't think it's think we're at like net neutral. Doing that at this point. Right, Marcia. Take this chest. Oop. Not supposed to skip that. That's slow. Just trying to get to the square. Did this like all out of order, but it's fine. It's just a little unpolished. Chapter's pretty trivial at this point. It's just Folk gonna get a little more. Wow, Marcia's gotten like 4, maybe 5 crits. Very nice. Saves a lot of uses of her weapon. What? Alright, I'll take it. Archive roars. And since we got all the treasure chests, all the ravens are going to leave and not waste time. Even though we route the map does not end just yet. It will wait for the next ravens to retreat before we'll consider the possibility that we could just clear the map. Bye. Bye. Alright, that was a complicated chapter. How about a simple one? You're just going to pick up a Vantage Scroll, which is a very powerful tool, and then defeat the boss, and that's all we need to do in this chapter. Zoom. Unfortunately, can't carry Ike and fight the boss effectively, but just drop Ike off here, it doesn't matter. And just go lance this guy. All those Seraph Robes protect us from potential crit. Alright, treasure map, desert map. Also, if we don't kill any Lagoos, we get a bunch of Butmix experience. So the easiest way to do that is just end the chapter very quickly. So we launch Marcia forward. We see unequipped, so that this Bro lives to see another day. And Soap over here to pick up guard. Bulk to get boots. And just finish the chapter. You have just enough strength to do that. Of course you don't crit on the first hit, but that's fine. You've been critting a lot. Okay, we're gonna cap Ike's experience at level 20. Doesn't get to promote until a couple chapters from now. And then the rest of her bonus experience is all going to go to Marcia. It's not going to get her to 20 yet, but I'll get her pretty close. She will, like, cap out her strength stat. I think it already is 23. Probably one more level, I think. Okay. Volk's boots. Where's Volk? There you are. For that. And send this other junk away. Use the boots to chase. Forge you another next javelin. Here, thanks for the raid. Welcome all to Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. We are de-rusting and grinding. And I think that's everything. Send you over here. Yeah, thanks for the raid. Pardon me while I do some menuing. Yeah, get up there. How's the PSO and how's the tunic today? For those unfamiliar, this is Fire Emblem for the GameCube. Recently came out on Nintendo Switch Online. There were some new route things that have been found that I've been itching to learn, and I am now learning them. Great, we're going to go here. PSO was mean, Tunic was full of rust. I was going to say, I don't think I've seen you play Tunic lately. Alright, go say hi to News. Catch you later, Vera. In this chapter, units chased our army very close to where all of our other units are stationed, but they're going to come back. We're not going to harass our units over there. And they'll pretty much never catch up. I go back to not fighting things for now. Leads with Titania. Her job is to deliver Volk to grab the full guard from the treasure room. The other javelin back on again. Drop Ike off. Put you here. Japa. We're dropping everyone. That's a good clue that the chapter's gonna end next turn. Dang, it took quite a lot of damage. That's the power advantage, by the way. I don't know if I explained that, but you get to go first when the enemy attacks you. If you don't kill them, it doesn't make much difference, but we also have a skill called Guard, which can nullify their attack entirely, based on our skill stat for percentage. Actually, there's not much I can do about Mordecai. Not swarming and wasting our time a little bit. I guess I could try on deploying him, but I think it screws with deployment stuff later if I do that. He got guarded, so he didn't get to attack me. That's a little fast. It's the next best thing after a crit. Bust open the treasure room. Weak door anyway. I didn't realize I wasn't skipping that. Oh, not supposed to skip that though. Skipping treasure is slow. Oops. There you go. And we're done. Pure water time. Not full, right? And you need a steel sword. This chapter is actually kind of long, but it's actually fairly simple to execute. As long as you don't screw it up. Use our original javelin, and it's gonna get close to breaking. Nice crit. Second hit crit, that's fine. I really can't complain. We've gotten so many crits. Critical rate's going to be like 1 in 7 to 1 in 8, something like that. I think. And I feel like we've gotten way more than that. It would be nice to get on units like that. So Ike's going to take care of these 3 fighters. Marcia's going to take care of the rest. That's fair, right? How many things do we have left? More than enough. Unnecessary crit. If we failed to kill everything on this turn, then reinforcements would appear, and that would be very slow. But thankfully, this is a very reliable strat. Massive overkill. Crit. Guard. Thankfully, crits don't cost time. They only improved it. I can't pick up, jeez. There we go. I'm gonna play a little bit of hide and seek here. If they don't see a way to have to my units, then they won't do anything on their turn. Oh, you're not unequipped. We gotta fix that. Actually, I do have to spend one turn where they can find a path to us. But it's still overall very fast. Yeah, it's kind of fumbled. It's fine. I don't think that was necessary, but it was cool. Marcia's not stopping. I cannot stop her. She will crit everything. Like able to double a guy while carrying someone on his shoulders, kind of embarrassing. Okay, that's a good compromise. This time I'll remember to unequip Ike. That is the Killer Lance. That has a much better chance to crit. It's going to be 40% or something like that. Is the soldier that's going to annoy us for the rest of the run? Or yeah, it is that one. That's a good crit. And we're going to just go hide now. 10-turn survive chapter. We had to clear out some units before we started doing that, otherwise it'd be a little shaky. Turn 4. I just have to count the turns to make sure I know whether I need to heal Ike or not. He keeps dodging, won't have to. Turn 5. So, you know, there's a lot of the routes set in place. Like, there's variance based on little things happening, like Ike dodging or Ike not dodging in situations like this. If he keeps getting hit, I will have to heal him at this rate. Can take 2 more though. He dodges once, I think we're in the clear, or did I miscount? Let's just confirm our turn count again. And 7. Probably gonna have to use that elixir. Turn 8. Yep. Oh well. Nothing to be done about it. Sometimes you just get bad luck. That guy's got a pretty decent hit rate. Usually I would say I dodge more. Typical. Alright, don't blink for this one. They're gonna run at us, and all we have to do is defeat their boss. Which we're already in range to do, weirdly enough, next to the boots and promoted Marcia. Now I gets to promote. Is on the path. We get back a few more levels, just to make sure that he's able to deal with all the enemies on this map appropriately. Just need him to get 21 strength. But also going to finish off Marcia's level, so almost forgot that. Like, it's not super critical, but it's a good idea. So we can get rid of her night band. Need to get a chest key. You. And we need to forge you a new javelin. Oh, you're supposed to get the full guard as well? Yeah. Alright. That's incorrect, right? Yeah, that is incorrect. I don't know if it matters that much, but it's bad. Maybe it doesn't matter that much. But to think about it a little bit, thinking is slow, by the way. Don't overthink. There, please. TF, we need you to get racing out of there. That part's fine. I think this is just like minorly slow that Titania's out of position. We'll see what happens. It's annoying. It's not the end of the world, but it is slow. I basically flipped where Marcia and Titania were supposed to be, because I was like, of course Marcia is supposed to be in front. Oh, not this time. guard. At least one of the soldiers went for Titania. And she got the crit. Probably unnecessary. I don't know if this archer would chase Titania or not, so I'm just taking care of it now. As Radiance needs to stand, Titania needs to be one down and one left of her eventually. Just going to take her an extra turn to get there. We gave Marcia a chest key because she's going to open one of the chests, which has a very important final chapter item. This guy wasn't even up. That guy had no defense. What about this guy? Not even a problem. So now Egg's job is complete. Go pick up the chest now. Sheenan. Oh, dang, Sheenan gets to fight again. But he didn't get to hit us this time. Bye, Sheenan. You notice that because Marcia is level 20, she does not get experience meters anymore. That speeds things up a little bit. Usually what the time loss is because I still have to be moving Titania. Although, under 10 seconds time loss, I think. Even including the hesitation, maybe. That's great. He's not allowed to vantage that guy because he has the Nile skill, which negates all skills. Now it's basically just clean up north. Some ravens join the fray, preventing us from finishing the map off of this guy. We'll just have to chase them down now. Reinforcements on the south are blocked. This time I'm not going to forget to move Marcia. Whatever. I don't think it's bad that I move her full range there. Doesn't change anything really. Nice crit. Killer Lance on purpose for that. You do want to hit the ones that are not transformed when possible, just so they avoid showing the transformation animation. The ones that are transformed will come fight us anyway. Nice guard. We've gotten pretty good value out of guard this time. Heart doesn't do anything there. This isn't Radiant Dawn. Legumes do not fight back when they're not transformed. Yeah, maybe I did lose more time. Not sure. Maybe I wasn't giving enough credit. 17.6 total seconds. Alright, Ulki's time to shine. Gonna do a big shove train to get Grayson in position to refresh Marcia. Launch her well forward on turn 1. Is this a hard map? Not particularly. Normally, if you play this like the casual setting, it can be tricky to get all the bonus objectives, which involves killing no ravens. Probably could use the other javelin. Do not hire. I almost pressed hire. Woman. Gonna get Ike to level 9 now. Actually, I might get level 10. I've been trying to... The old route, you only had enough experience to get to level 9. Lately, I've been getting the 10 just barely. I just don't know if it's consistent yet. No, we just leave the ravens alone. We're one short of level 10. No, that's fine. Anyway, look at Ike Ether for this one chapter. Okay. Grayson, LL, Titania, Garcia, and you. Give you a pure short spear for that. And you can take that as well. And unequip. Do all the way to the right. Make sure you're unequipped. I'm gonna go up here. Grayson's gonna refresh you. And we're just going to launch Ike and Marcia up this way. Save Grayson with Titania. Equip her. And just in case Kalo's on standby. Since everyone else is unequipped, no one's going to harass Kalo. That priest moving first is really funny. Got level 10 after all. As long as Tanif dodges that, I don't think she really can die. I don't think I've ever had it happen. She's really high level. She's like level 10. Rated, which is much higher than your average unit would be. If you were just dividing things up evenly. Yeah, that's pretty strong, but she doesn't have a ton of HP. She does not have the benefit of 2 Seraph Robes like Marcia has. So this time Ike is going to be the one to fight the boss, because the boss is an axe user, and he is pretty tanky. It's really important we kill him in 1 turn, and it's an arrive chapter, so we do have the option to finish the map with anybody else. Tania took all the hits, which is actually pretty fast. That's not bad. Alright, I do it. Do it. Darn. Well, so it goes. That's why Kayla is here. I get to do the slow chapter 22 strats after all. He crit last time, so we're losing time here. Maybe average skill, get rid of that. Instead, get a shiny silver lance. 20 whole might from Marcia. Nope. Jeez. I don't think this matters much. Didn't count against me, really. That helps. So, kind of a long map to just launch and finish in 2 turns, but it's not that much longer. Sometimes that soldier is a little bit too fast to double, but it doesn't really matter. Glad to see it was slow this time, though. Similar strategy to like chapter 11 and 14, where we just kind of hide in the river. Then things don't come after us. Some things are coming after Grayson, but not really be able to do anything. Oof. Usually would be one-shot that. Didn't happen this time, so we got an extra animation. Just gonna rough hike up a lot. That's spooky. Alright, you dodge everything else. It's not a problem. It'll be interesting to see, though, if the mage goes after him or not. Probably more likely to. I'm not sure. Last time I got blocked by the mage, and that wasted time. She used all of her crits before. Need some crits now. Forget that. So this is with the silver lance. We still only 3-shot Anna. He also has Miracle. Don't remember the last time I had that proc, but slows things down if it does. It shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, the mage. Interestingly, fought from this side. Last time she fought from... or he fought from Marcia's south side, and that was the block. I'm glad he fought from that side this time. No problem. Now we'll do the slow strats here. It's only 30 seconds slower. I kind of am forced to anyway. Deselect, Gatry, select Mordecai, move Racing to the upper right. Swap Marcia and Khalil, then swap Titania and Mordecai, and then Titania and Tanith. This time I get to mash A. Oh, don't get to one-shot the priest? Come on. Okay. Extra meteor for you guys. Cannot believe I cannot do basic movement still. Alright, good enough. To be careful. I mash A if I go from the bottom, but I went from the right. Alright, made it to the boss, and this is a defeat boss chapter. And the boss moves first on any of these, or we could just crit them. It's way faster than failing the fast strat, so works out for me. Alright, Marcia, could you like dodge a little bit this time? That'd be great. Marcia, you got so hurt last run. You were not able to finish it according to plan and had to spend a whole extra turn, which is over a minute of time loss. But otherwise, this bridge is famous for its pitfalls, literal pitfalls. You notice the enemy moves kind of funny around that. The enemies never fall into their own pitfalls. But if you have a flying unit, they are completely immune. She's getting hit again. I'm not enjoying this. We do our best. It's something like she got crit by a ballista. That's happened to me before. I don't think being hit by a couple axes is just the worst. Full guard protects against no damage and also the wind damage. I guess ballista is only 2 damage. So that's some sort. It's just to make sure that we take that guy out and not get blocked. Yeah, keep dodging. Abusers, not a problem. Feels like I didn't quite get fast in the face there. Regrettable. Yeah, it's fast enough, but I think it can be faster. Interesting, that one went for Ike. Wow. The only one more thing can hit Marcia, I think. I don't think it does 13 damage. Wee. Catch up to me. Now we get to fight Matrine, no problem. We have just enough strength to do it. And more than enough HP. Imagine not losing almost 3 minutes. A little shove train here. Gonna launch Marcia alone. This is an arrived chapter. And there's no really good way to protect Raisin, so we'll just carry him with us. Yep. I'm bad at cursor movement. And it can still dodge and be a magnet. Go way over here. Units will bother us, but they'll just run into Ike's Regal Sword and disappear. They very conveniently leave a nice path for Marcia to be able to get to the arrive point on turn 3. I crit this one. Aw. No, not like that, Ike. Come on. Oh yeah, there's a lot of green units on this map. They can cost a lot of time based on whether they kill things or don't kill things. Or whether they die or whether they don't die. We want them to kill things quickly and die quickly in turn. Just so that they spend less actions. And there's not much we can do to control that. We're doing our best. The only thing we can do is just end the map as fast as possible so they don't have much impact. I feel like they did pretty well last run, so we'll see if we can keep up with that. Like if this guy crits, that helps, but didn't work this time. Will pick up this for us. And we just run into the point. Man. Launch Marcia. She'll take out the boss and then clean up the north side. Probably. Well, got a guard anyway. Didn't forget the Rogue Slayer this time. Can only just put Ike in the right square. See, that's much more reliable. Yeah. Nope. End. Why can't I end? That's funny. Eat rock. Vintage Brave Lance pretty good. This guy wanted people to eat rock. Unfortunately, he's only going to hit his allies, which works out well for us, actually. Saves us the need to hit him twice later. I'd like to see some crits on this Brave Lance. It always makes me feel better. The amount of uses on the Brave Lance is very tight. No, not like that. First hits. Hits that wouldn't be lethal anyway. Marcia. Please. 50 crits, one forward. That helps. Did you crit Largo? Oh, come on. Dang, and that Ori was too tough to die in 2 hits. Regrettable. So he gets healed. May just weak enough to die in 1 hit. We start having fun with Marcia with other weapons. Brave Lance needs to be preserved. Couldn't see how many uses were left. I guess it's fine. Made a crit. So it's kind of slow, but on the other hand, don't have to think very hard about cleaning up the remaining enemies. Largo didn't miss the first warrior. Be a little bit faster. Stacked damage. Reinforcements arrive on turn 5, so we have some leeway. It's still slow to not clean them up by turn 3 or 4. Nice crit. Crit. Largo, you're a world-class berserker. What are you doing? Last chance. Largo. And that's the hand X breaking, I think. It's pretty sad. Ah well. At least Marcia picked up the slack. A little bit more cleanup. Everything should run into Marcia and Ike. Probably losing time overall, I would wager. Can get a lot of cards. Nice crit though. Yeah, no, we're losing a little bit of time. It's fine though. Pretty close. Take Astrid's Night Lord, take Ronalf's Elixir. You can give all that away and wait for Kala's Meteor. Move Marcia 3 whole tiles, which is still really powerful. And just kind of thread the needle of the units here. A lot of units on this checker. It's a pretty wide open map. It's meant to just be a big melee. It's literally called a clash. We're going to do our best to avoid any big clash, but we're going to get squeezed at the end. We're going to miss most of these units in the middle. Valencia is force deployed, but it's fine because we had to use rescue for her anyway. Marcia did not get injured. That helps. Actually, don't need to move her yet. Maybe since I pressed X, I should have just moved her though. I don't know if it matters. I moved her early. Probably not. That's the Lagoose Guard doing work. Getting that damage down from 12 to 6. Now we move you to the corner. Nice crit. It saves a little bit of time. Not a lot. It would have been nicer if she could one-shot him. But I put the Steel Lance on purpose. Because that's the strategy. Because normally you can't two-shot him anyway. It saves some Silver Lance uses. It saves a Silver Lance use, but now we saved 2 Silver Lance uses. Well, we saved the 1. We saved 2, technically, I guess. You get to see renewal animation. And for Ike to be useful again, did you see him last chapter? He was cutting stuff off. Ike is definitely more... He starts kind of as like... He's okay, but he's more utility for a lot of the game, and I will grant that. Yes, please fight Ike, not Marcia. Oh. I don't want him to crit. I don't want her to crit that guy, because he didn't, it would well, actually, maybe nothing else fights her from melee. If something else fights her from melee, then like that wouldn't be possible without that crit happening. It seems like it's okay. Renewal. Oh, but either way, we just don't have to fight Bertram, he's already dead. Which saves time. Alright, chapter 27. I really hope Bastion can kill the Bolting Sage and only 2 hits now. Alright, Bastion. Here's your time to shine. Okay, you got the corrode anyway, but it's a kill anyway, so that's fine. Double corrode. Bolting Sage. There's nothing remaining. Bastion. Oh, don't do that. Please lay down quickly. Uh-oh. We're still saving time because we didn't have to do an extra meteor. This time I'm not going to throw the door key. That'd be silly. By taking out that Bolting Sage, Jeffrey's given a brief safe passage to his objective. Good job, Bastion. You did well. Silverlance deals with these guys well enough. I'm going to trade the Brave Lance over back to Joffrey for just a little bit. Not let him feel too left out of using his own weapon. Then we're going to take it back. Use most of it up. Just a clear path to end this map. Exactly as many uses as we want to see. Very rifle. Good. No further questions. So the Night Ward checks Joffrey a little bit, in case things like that hit him. When he's got that Bolting Sage still lives, the other one is in the center, could also be hitting him, and if they both hit him, it's pretty sketchy. Nice crit, that saved 2 Brave Lance uses. This is also why we took Run Elf's Elixir, so he can recover next turn. He'll be fine now. The Brave Lance breaks before we get to have it, it's whatever, but it's much better to have it. So we want like 1 crit on a tiger minimum. More crits, the better, though. Sometimes, though, you just get none. You have to put 4 uses just to kill 1 tiger. Incredible. Now I just hope that Heffed cooperates and doesn't double miracle us or anything silly like that. He has a Brave Lance of his own. It's pretty scary. Holding Sage is doing well. But we'll be fine. Wasn't supposed to skip that. Whoops, my bad. We can skip door animations, that's fine. Right, Brave Lance to finish Heffed. Nice. Don't forget this. And done. Oh, but not quite. Bye. Right, we'll launch Marcia forward. We use the Pure Water to make sure Ike doesn't get put to sleep. That'd be a problem. We just gotta protect Racing from the feral Lagoos over here. We can also kind of hide in the trees to avoid fighting a lot of these. Did I mention flying units are busted? Also, I got on the plot sword to Ragnall when he was facing the Black Knight earlier. And that gives him extra defense, and it lets him fight things from range. Well, that's not... range part is actually not extremely relevant, because everything that has range is just going to go after Marcia. And all the Lagoos can only fight in melee anyway, but it's still a pretty cool sword. Actually, the range part is relevant for the final chapter. Because the skills we'll be using work at any range. I think, yeah, Ether does not work at range, so that's part of the reason we're not using it. You good, Marcia? Nothing more can hit her, that's fine. Is this the best run? No, I am not the best runner of this game, not by far. World record for the GameCube version is under 2 hours. By a lot. Might be like 152. Kirby Master is blazing fast at this game. And a lot of Fire Emblem games. There's a lot of mechanical hesitation in my play still. I'm also not using the most aggressive strats. Right now I'm just trying to get finished runs. But I could do some things to cut a minute here or there. But have most runs not finish as a result. I have enough Brave Lance uses to use that, but that's fine. It's only a little slower. Oops. Forgot there were other units on the map. Yeah, let's do the safe route, just in case. Right, get out of there, Mist. Swap. Sinadina, Joffrey, Lincia, Joffrey, Tana. Safety save. Tanif's going to be a decoy. He'll ensure that we get 2 chances at Ashnerd. It's just a little bit of extra time to set up. It means that we don't have to win on the first round with Ashnerd. Interesting how those dragons don't move their full range. Fine by me, but I don't know why they do that. Alright. Strategy is beat boss. Just the sleep staff user goes. Doesn't matter if Marcia falls asleep or not. Dot dot dot. He's hit me. Good. Nice. Excellent. So good.